Hi guys, this is the lesson for Thursday, April 23rd. We are doing adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators for the assignment. So a quick review on fractions. Fractions show equal parts of a whole, the numerator. The top number shows the parts, the denominator. The bottom number shows the whole. We can decompose and break down fractions like this. 3/4 is equal to 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And for the purposes of answering our assignment questions, we're using this backslash because that's how we're typing fractions. Fractions must have equal parts. If there's not equal parts, it cannot be broken up into fractions. There are equivalent fractions, which are two fractions with an equal value. So we can multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number to find equivalent fractions. We also have been talking about mixed numbers and improper fractions the past few days. Mixed numbers have a whole number and a fraction, and improper fractions have a numerator, so the top number that is greater than the denominator, the bottom number. So we worked on adding and subtracting mixed numbers and improper fractions and converting. Today we're talking about adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators. And we are going to be doing this by finding equivalent fractions. So I'm going to start with, let's do 1/2 plus 2/3. And I'm going to find something called the least common denominator, or the LDC. So the least common denominator is the smallest denominator we can make equivalent fractions for. So what we're going to do, we have a denominator of 2 and a denominator of 3. I'm going to list out the multiples for both 2 and 3. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's do 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, I see that 6 is our least common denominator, our smallest common denominator. So we're going to find equivalent fractions that have this denominator. So to convert 1/2 into sixths, we have to do 2 times 1, 2, 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now we have to do the numerator, same thing. 1 times 3 is 3. So 3/6. Now we're going to do 2/3. We need to make it sixths. 3 times 2 equals 6. So we multiply the bottom by 2. We have to also multiply the top by 2. 4/6. Now we can do 3/6 plus 4/6 equals 7/6. And you guys can leave your answer in improper fraction form. I am okay with that. Now let's do another one. Let's try subtraction this time. Let's do 3/4 minus 1/3. So I'm going to start by finding my least common denominator. I'm going to list the multiples of 4 and of 3, our two denominators that we have. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Our smallest common denominator is 12. So we have 3/4. We want to make it into twelfths. So what times 4 equals 12? 1, 2, 3. So 4 times 3 equals 12. We need to multiply the top by 3 as well. 3 times 3 equals 9. So we get 9/12. Now we're going to do 1/3 into twelfths. 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 12. Whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So 1 times 4 equals 4. Now we have 9/12 plus, or we're doing subtraction this time, minus 4/12. 9 minus 4 equals 5. So we have 5/12. So what we have to do for each of these problems, just to review, one, we're gonna find the least common denominator, or LCD, least common denominator, by listing out multiples. Then we are going to find the equivalent fractions with this LCD. And then we're going to add or subtract. So if you have any questions, you can message myself, Miss James, or Miss Becker. And hopefully we will see you at 2 o'clock for our daily math meeting.